Today we're going to talk about cleaning and maintaining your pipes. There are people who believe that you should never clean your pipe because they are seasoned, they've built up a cake, it messes with the quality of the smoke if you have it, if you will. But there is something to be said about maintaining your pipes for the long run. So you are going to need a few things, not an expensive process. It's a very quick process and it will ensure that you enjoy your pipes for the long run. So you're going to need a couple things. You are going to need paper towel. You're going to need some sort of an alcohol-based solution. You don't want to use rubbing alcohol. I usually just use vodka. Mid-grade, even a low-grade vodka is fine. Some people use whiskey or bourbon to clean their pipes. You will need pipe cleaners so that you can get through the stem and get all of the remnants, if you will. Usually from aromatic tobaccos, you will build up more often than if you use the English non-aromatic tobaccos that are drier. They don't have the topping. These are just cheap pipe cleaners that I picked up at Walmart in the craft section. You can get pipe cleaners off of the internet through Amazon, or your brick and mortar store might have them. Those are great. They work fantastic. However, it's not necessary to spend that amount of money. I like to do things for as little monetary cost as possible, just because every dollar counts. So the last thing you're going to need, very important, a cup of coffee. Good coffee. We'll be right back. So we're only going to fill this little cup about a quarter full, because you don't need much, but you do need to soak a decent amount of your pipe cleaner in it. There, like that. Now I do have a scraper, however, I don't have it on me, so I'm going to use the bottom of this small spoon. You just want to go in a round motion. You're not trying to scrape the ash off the side, you're just trying to get any loose things off. So this pipe was gifted to me by a buddy. It's a fantastic pipe. It smokes really well. So you just want to turn the stem while you remove it. You don't want to just pull it out. Okay? So I don't know if you can see there, but it is quite gunked up, just so that it's not dripping. And you're going to go through the end. Sometimes it takes a little bit of finesse to get through. I'm not through the whole stem yet, and you can kind of see the remnants. Now, this is not a pipe that I have smoked a lot, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of material built up in there. Let's soak the other end here. And there was some buildup on the bottom of the chamber there. Now, since the shank of the pipe has a larger diameter hole, a lot of the time what you can do is you can bend the pipe cleaner in half. And you can go at it that way. You're just working it in and out, just trying to gently scrub. So this is all from the one pipe. I'm going to set that off to the side. We're going to let it dry. What I have next here, these are some Falcon pipes. Well, this one is actually a Viking pipe. It's made by Dr. Graybo, but it's similar fashion. This one here is a Falcon branded pipe, and these have tobacco left in them when I didn't finish a smoke. So the cool thing about these style pipes is you can get different bowls. The bowls are interchangeable. So you can see how dirty that is in there. So we're going to take another pipe cleaner. When cleaning a pipe, you generally want to have a handful available. I'm going to go through the stem here. And you don't want to just shove it, just gently go through, because this is a thin wire and it will bend quite easily. So just gently working it in and out. Now this pipe hasn't been smoked a whole lot, but I am going to take the bottom section here and leave it in there for a minute. And the bowl is actually pretty good. We don't need to do any kind of thing on this bowl. There's a little bit of cake buildup, but that's it. So we're going to set that off to the side. Now this one is the Falcon branded pipe. It is often that I don't get to finish a whole bowl, which is unfortunate, but just due to my schedule and life, yeah, I hate to do this, but the tobacco is all dried out anyways, so there's nothing really to gain. So on this one you can see there's some char around the edge. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, dip it a little bit, and I'm just going to go around the edge, see if I can clean up some of that. Get a towel. Most of that was able to come off. Let's do that a little bit more. We got a little bit more off of it. All right, so and this one is actually fairly clean, so I don't really need to clean. I don't need to clean the bottom of this here, the Falcon bowl. So I am going to run a pipe cleaner down the shank just to make sure. Set that bowl off to the side. Now, I know a lot of people don't generally have vodka or whatnot just sitting around in their house. We usually do, just because we make homemade vanilla that we use for cooking and baking and things like that. So we generally have some vodka lying around. Yeah, and like I said, this one hasn't been smoked a whole lot, so it's fairly clean. There isn't really much to do here. But since that came out pretty clean, I'm going to use this one. to just kind of clean this bowl up. Wow. And the pipe cleaner does do wonders for cleaning the bowl. See if we can get some of the threads cleaner. Yep. And that is pretty clean. Let's see if we can, there's still a little bit more buildup on the thread, so I'm just going to scrub that a little bit. And that's a lot better than when we started with, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to run a pipe cleaner down the stem here, just because we did run the pipe cleaner through it before, and there was some vodka left over that kind of sat in there. So I'm just going to run this through and make sure get anything that's just stuck in there. And there was a little bit of tobacco ash caught up in there. But that's it. So cleaning your pipes, maintaining your pipes is really simple. If you smoke aromatics, that's it for cleaning your pipes. So it is, if you smoke aromatics, it is something that I definitely recommend that you take a little bit of time to clean up your pipes every once in a while. Depending on how often you smoke, maybe once a month. You know, it's not that difficult. If you are using a filter, you could probably go a little bit longer in between cleaning, especially the stem, just to make sure that you don't have any blockage. And you know, if you are using a straight pipe and you're smoking aromatics, you are going to get some gunk buildup in the bottom of the bowl. Whether you're using a falcon pipe or not, if you're using a straight pipe, you are going to get some buildup. If you've got more of a bent pipe, you know, more of a bent, like a Peterson style bent, then you don't have to worry about it too much. But if you're smoking aromatics, you definitely should just take a look, just to be on the safe side. But we have Pipes and Proverbs is going to be a new podcast that's coming out, talking about wisdom, what it means to be a godly man. And we will be enjoying some pipes and cigars along with that. So keep a watch on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that you get your podcasts. Keep a lookout for Pipes and Proverbs. If you like this video, if you have something to say, please comment below. If you like the video, please subscribe so that you don't miss further videos. We appreciate you watching. Have a great day.